Hi, my name is Stephen Meyer. I'm a UX designer and I specialize in the design for Windows Phone and Windows 8 applications. And I also do some web development as well. And today, what we're going to be talking about is ethics for web development. And we're going to have an emphasis on social media. So let's go ahead and get started. By the way, you can always visit my website at MeyerUX.com. And there I have a blog as well. You can go ahead and follow some of the articles I write about and some of the other videos I do as well. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I've already done some searches. So the first thing that I look for is a Facebook logo. And what we're looking for is when you go to design a website, everyone's using social media integration. And it's a great way to expand your presence, especially when you get into Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, just to name a few of the major ones. So when you do a Facebook logo search, what you can see is there's a lot of really cool designs out there. For instance, like this one right here, we have some great shine to it, stuff like that. It looks really cool. The same applies. We're gonna do a Twitter logo search. Right here, we have the bird with the Twitter sign. Some of the other ones, this one, you got the T breaking out. It's all really cool designs that people have done, and LinkedIn as well. Like this one right here, and right here, some of the wood look. So just to give you a little background, I showed you some of the logos and some of the cool designs that are out there that people like to develop to throw on their websites. The problem with it is it's not ethical because each of these social media companies have guidelines that everyone needs to follow by. Some of you may be laughing, and tons of people do violate them. But for those of you that want to take the ethical approach to web design and have something that does not infringe on other people's trademarks, I'm going to show you some great workarounds. So Facebook is really unique. They actually have a whole separate website that they're running called facebookbrand.com, and they have their F logo, the like, the thumbs up, find us on Facebook. They will give you any of the files that you want to go ahead and use these on your website. So I'm going to hover over. We have the Adobe Illustrator.ai file, Photoshop file, a PNG, and then also EPS that you can use. And down here, you just go ahead and if you're going to use online for your website, you select online, you select that you agree, and then right there you just click download, and it downloads a package for you with all the files that you need. Another thing that they have on their website is the do's and don'ts. For those of you who don't know, you cannot modify the logo in any way. That's actually against their policy. So under their don'ts, right here we have modify it in any other way, including changing the design or the color or anything about it other than what's in their guidelines. So that's one of the things that you do have to follow. Now we're going to move over to Twitter. They have their page. You see the link at the top, and it's about.twitter.com/press/brand-assets. These four right here are the only four that you can actually use, and right here they provide an EPS file for it and a PNG, which you can pop open in Illustrator or Photoshop and go ahead and crop it to the correct size. And then if you scroll down, they have the do's and don'ts, such as leaving proper spacing, using the correct file. Down here, the don'ts. Don't change the color. Don't create your own bird that looks similar. And then they specify all the way, again, to typography and coloring. And another quick one is the LinkedIn page. They also have one. Any of these, you can use a Bing search or a Google search to find them. And you can get these. So here's the branding guidelines for LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is actually the only one that requires either the TM for their trademark symbol or the R showing that it was a registered trademark. And they also show you how to properly use it, and they discuss it in their guidelines. Overall, these are the only ways that you can use these logos. Like I said, you'll see a lot of other stuff out there. People come up with some really cool stuff, looks great, but it's unethical. And if you're running your own company, it's same as someone taking your logo and modifying it just a little bit and throwing it up on their website, and then scale that by millions of websites using your logo improperly. So I'm going to open up an example that I created that would be considered unethical. Right here I have a mock-up that I did in Illustrator for Carly's Cupcakes. And if you notice down here at the bottom, what I did was I created 4 versions of Twitter, Facebook, Google, and LinkedIn. And once again, all of these violate their agreements that you have with them when you use their logo. And you may get a nasty letter in the mail if they decide to pursue you against infringing on their trademark and using it out without a license agreement. Which none of them have agreements where it says you can modify it any way you want. So this is a bad example. This is a don't. Now I'm going to direct you over to my website with how I integrate social media on mine. And right here we have MeyerUX.com. And if you notice, down here at the bottom I have a floating footer, so it's always visible. And right here we have LinkedIn and we have Facebook. And as soon as you clicked on the LinkedIn, it directs you right over. And that's perfectly fine. It's all in their agreements. You're allowed to use their logo like that, and you're allowed to link it, of course, to your page. That's the purpose of it. So also when you scroll down, I do have larger versions since this is my home page. I have larger ones that the user can go through and click on to stay connected with me. And so let's go ahead and, since I have that floating footer, if you go to my portfolio, it's visible on every single page. So the user can always see it and instantly get connected. So if that's your priority, by all means throw it down there at the footer. So that's pretty much everything. What I showed you was the do's and don'ts of integrating social media onto your web page. Like I said, you're pushing some ethical bounds when you decide to venture off and create these great graphical mock-ups that's actually against the company's policies. So that's pretty much everything I have for now. Like I said, visit my website at www.MeyerUX.com and check out my blog, check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you guys during the next video. Alright, bye.